John Eats Cheap, and you know, a little while back we were going to do our 200th video, and I said I want a family favorite. I want to recreate a family favorite for somebody. We had the Crazy Crust Pizza, Rosie's Crazy Crust Pizza, which was awesome. I got a bunch of submissions, and I'm going to do another one now that was one of my family favorites, and also my buddy Kurt, who we were real good friends growing up. We lived a block apart. I spent a ton of time at his house, and we always had a lot of fun growing up. And his mom, Devi, had Devi's Sloppy Joes, which happened to be the same Sloppy Joe recipe as my mom. And most of the time you think of Sloppy Joe, you think of like Manwich, you know, or the ketchup and mustard combination. This is 2 ingredients, and here they are. Ground beef and Campbell's chicken gumbo soup. I know, you're thinking, wait a minute, chicken, gumbo, and beef for Sloppy Joes? These are the Sloppy Joes my mom made, and his mom, Devi, who was like my second mom growing up. These were the Sloppy Joes. I ate a ton of these as a kid. I haven't had them in probably 25 years. And it's really simple to make. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to brown the ground beef, 1 pound of ground beef. And you could actually do 2 if you have a bigger family. It'll work with 2 pounds too. But I'm going to brown this. And I just thought of a memory of this. I know this is the way I work because I'm a little OCD and I have really, really selective but great memory on some things. I remember having these Sloppy Joes when I was probably 5 or 6 years old while watching The Wizard of Oz. That Wicked Witch will leave some bad memories, but I remember what I was eating when I watched that. That's crazy, isn't it? All right, so my pound of ground beef is browned, and there's a little bit of fat in there because it was 80-20 grind. Remember, I got it on sale for like $1.98. Remember back in the days when you're growing up and you just like strained it right into this, you know. You strained it, but just poured it down the drain. Yeah, not a good idea, unless you want some plumbing problems. So I'm going to put this into a sieve. This is kind of tough, Mrs. Cheap. My cinematographer.
I'll go over your shoulder.
All right, that's fine. But so we're just going to get this in. I have a jar that I put this in, but you know, you don't really want to put that fat down your drain or you'll have plumbing problems. And you don't have to get it all out, and I'm not going to rinse it or anything. I'm not going to go that far. I'm not that healthy. I want a little flavor, right? So back into the pan. There we go. But that's a lot of fat to have poured off, right? All right. I'll get that into a jar in just a minute. Right now I got soup to attend to. So that's my pound of ground beef. As I said, you can do up to 2 pounds. And there's my can of Campbell's chicken gumbo. That's right, chicken gumbo and beef. You just pour it in because this has got, you know, some peppers. It's got rice. It's got some celery and just some all-around good flavor. So I get that in there. Just going to stir it up a little bit and let it simmer. You can also do this in a crock pot. You know, this used to be big Friday night football games. You put it in the crock pot, have it after the game when you got home. But it's that simple. Just a couple of ingredients. You know what? I'm going to do one thing. Hold on. All right, I just did a shot of water in there just to get everything out. I want all that flavor. I'm going to put that in. And we're going to cover this, let it simmer, you know, until it's done. Turn it down to simmer. All right, we're all done. I simmered this probably 30 to 45 minutes. Took the lid off to get rid of the liquid. There it is, a pound of ground beef and a can of Campbell's chicken gumbo soup. Now some recipes and some people add a little mustard or a little, like a tablespoon each of ketchup and mustard. You can do that. I like it like this, and then you can add stuff if you want once you've got it on the bun. So just got a hamburger bun, put it on there. Boy, this is like we had it when I was a kid. You get it on there, pile it on, right? And I always added some pickles. That was all I added. A little bit of pickle. And then a side of potato chips. I want to do a shout out, Sturzig's Potato Chips, Iowa company from Burlington, Iowa. If you've never tried these, you can get them in all the grocery chains in Iowa. They're so good. And a legendary Iowa company. And I'm going to show you why you need to have potato chips with this. And these don't taste like any chips you've ever had. The term homemade chips comes to mind. Okay, so I'm going to try this. I haven't had this. DeVee's Sloppy Joe's, same way my mom made them. Haven't had these in 25 years. And I'm going to show you why you need the chips. Memories. Okay, so now, look what happens. You get Sloppy Joe, right? And you can put a piece of cheese on there, even the pasteurized processed American cheese. It'll hold it together. But see what it does? It spills a little bit, and that's why you have the chips. It's like a dip. You scoop up the Sloppy Joe on a chip. That's what I did as a kid, like 100,000 years ago. Kurt, thanks for the memories. I appreciate that. If anybody else has family recipes, something you say, you know what, I love this as a kid, please make it. I would love to do it. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Really? Yeah. And YouTube. Subscribe if you don't yet. Please do, because we have videos, a couple of them every week. I love doing this. It's tasty food, and it's cheap. Thanks for watching Johnny's Cheap.